Hi, this is HardballRetro. Welcome to the Retrodome. This video is a companion to a series of articles on my HardballRetro.com website. The main article is located under the Retro Replays category and is titled Hardball Retro Replays Sim Seasons with Original and Actual Half-Decade Rosters. The original rosters are based on the research from my book, Hardball Retrospective, where I assigned every Major League ballplayer to the first team that signed them to a professional MLB contract. Each player remains on their assigned original team for the duration of their careers. I take the top 40 players for each roster based on win shares, using each player's best season in the 5-year period. I run the simulation for at least 10 seasons in each half-decade. The team with the highest victory total during a given season receives 1 point. If 2 or more teams tie for the lead, each receives a half point. The team with the most points after 10 seasons is declared the winner. However, if no team led or tied for the lead in at least 4 out of 10 seasons, the simulation continues until one team reaches that criteria. The main article includes a full explanation of my methodology, along with links to each replay's recap and season-by-season results. We're going to be looking at the 1955 through 59 Hardball Retro original season replays here. So let's get started with season 1. Okay, here we go. So if you notice up here in the upper right corner, the 5501 that designates the replay number. So this was the first replay, so it's 5501. The next one will be 5502, and so forth up to 5510, assuming we play 10 seasons and a winner is declared at that point. So let's take a look at the standings. The Indians with 94 wins. They appear to be the top. Yep, the Dodgers had 90. So the Indians with 94, so they have 1 point right now. They are the leaders at this point. So they beat the Yankees by 1.5 games. I've mentioned this in my other videos, but just to reiterate, sometimes you'll see the total number of games off by 1 or 2 for a given team. That's because I used the as played schedule from a particular year. So there might have been an extra game for a team one year, or a game might have been rained out. I don't make adjustments for those games, so you'll see the Yankees played 154, where the Indians played 155 here, or 153, sorry. So at any rate, so you'll see, the games back will reflect that sometimes. So we have the Indians 1.5 better than the Yankees. Both of those teams with a pretty good run differential, positive over 150 runs. The Red Sox over 500, and everybody else is sub 500 here. Interestingly, the A's and Senators, who definitely struggled in those seasons, even though we do have their original players here. Anyway, it's interesting to note that they're above the White Sox, Tigers, and Orioles. All right, and in the National League, we have the Dodgers, 3 games better than the Cardinals, 3 games ahead of the Phillies, 4.5 ahead of the Braves, 9 better than the Redlegs, and the other 3 are sub 500, the Giants with 100 losses here. So that's kind of an interesting development. We'll have to see who was on their roster. All right, let's take a look at the leaders for season 1. We have, not really a surprise here, Ted Williams, 366 for the Red Sox. Also the home run leader there with 41. Mickey Mantle, second in batting at 359. Bob Hale of the Orioles, Nellie Fox, and Harvey Keene. Home run leaders, Teddy Ballgame over Bob Thurman. Thurman with 39 dingers for the A's. You see the plus sign next to Thurman. That means he was a fill-in. That means the A's didn't have enough players to fill out their active roster. One of my requirements is to make the active roster, you have to have at least 5 win shares for whatever season is represented. So Thurman made most of his playing time here, apparently, and cracked 39 dingers. Harmon Killebrew next with 38. Roy Sievers of the Orioles, also 38. And Ray Boone of the Indians with 34. Booney leading the league in RBIs, 129 over Williams, Thurman, Killebrew, and Jim Pearsall of the Red Sox. All right, NL batting. Bob Skinner, 353 over Stan the Man Musial, Ed Bailey, Joe Cunningham, and Red Schoendienst. Home run lead and RBI lead, Ernie Banks, 58 and 155 for the Cubbies. Actually tied in home runs with Ted Kluszewski here, big clue, the Redlegs, both with 58 dingers. Duke Snyder, 52, Eddie Matthews, Wally Post. Behind Banks in RBI, we have Duke Snyder, Hank Aaron, Ted Kluszewski, Stan Musial. All right, pitching leaders. Well, that's why the A's did well. Arnie Portocarrero, 2.30 ERA. Billy O'Dell, 236 for the Orioles. Jim Perry for the Indians, 289. Tom Morgan, a fill-in for the Orioles, 297. Gary Bell, 301 for the Indians. Win leader, Jim Perry, 16. Bill White of the Yankees. Gary Bell, Billy O'Dell, and Mickey McDermott. Save lead goes to Ellis Kinder, Yankees, 44. Bill Henry, Red Sox. Ray Narleski of the Indians. Ryan Duran of the Orioles. Virgil Trucks of the Tigers. NL pitching lead, we have Charlie Rabe, 281. Don Newcomb, 294. Joey J. Robin Roberts, Carl Wiley. Jack Meyer, win lead with 15. Ray Crone, Orlando Pena, Paul Guile, and Murray Wald. Save lead, Roy Face, 37. Jim Constanti, 34. Turk Lown, Jerry Staley, Marv Grissom. And top vote getters for MVP and Cy Young, we've got Ted Williams in the American League, MVP over Mickey Mantle, Ray Boone, Harmon Killebrew, Al Kaline. AL Cy Young, Jim Perry, Bill White, Billy O'Dell, Gary Bell, Tommy Byrne. NL MVP, Duke Snyder, Ernie Banks, Hank Aaron, Stan Musial, Ted Kluszewski. Close race there. NL Cy Young, Jack Meyer, Orlando Pena, Ray Crone, Cal McClish, Robin Roberts. Let's look at our special events for season 1. Scroll down a bit here. 3 triple plays on the year. And this would be games with 3 or more homers. We have Bobby Thompson, Bell of the Pirates, probably Gus Bell, Eddie Matthews with 3, Hank Aaron with 3, Charlie Maxwell, the Red Sox with 4. Take a look at that box score. Ted Williams, Stan Musial, Bob Thurman, Musial, Ted Williams, Vita Pinson, and Gus Triendos. Let's take a look at the Charlie Maxwell 4-homer day for Boston here. 4 for 4 with a walk, 4 homers, 7 RBIs. Five runs scored. Nice box score. This came off Harry Bird, who allowed 7 dingers that day. So it looks like he had a chance for a 5th and he walked. Look at the scorecard to confirm that. Maxwell, homer, 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 and walk in the 8th, which also bases loaded walk. All right. Well, heck of a game for Maxwell there. Ferrillo, 6 hits in a game. Not much going on in the stolen base department here. Cycle, 4 cycles. Inside the park homers, there's a pretty good amount of them here. 10 it looks like. Not going to go through all those. Ks in a game, Koufax 12 is the high. And this would be where no hitters are listed, so there's no hitters. So we are going to move on to season 2. All right, let's take a look at season number 2, 55-59, Hardball Retro Originals. All right, so we have the Indians with 90 victories, but we have the Braves with 91. So they will get a point here. After 2 seasons, Braves and Indians tied with 1 point each. Right, in the American League, we've got the Indians over the Yankees and Boston. All 3 teams with a positive run differential over 100. We've got the Kansas City A's over 500. And the Senators right at 500. Everybody else below. National League, we got the Braves over the Cardinals by 2.5. 3.5 over the Dodgers. And just looking at the run differentials there. Dodgers 152, pretty good. Phillies slightly above 500. And Cubs in the basement here. White Sox with the most losses with 96. All right, American League batting leaders. Elmer Vallow of the Athletics, 374, tied with Ted Williams for the batting title. Tito Francona of the Orioles next with a 350 average. Mickey Mantle 338, Al Kaline 330. Home run leader, Rocky Colavito of the Indians with 53, followed by Harmon Killebrew, Bob Serve, Bob Thurman again, and Roy Sievers. RBI leaders, Bob Serve, 155 for the Yanks. Colavito 149, Thurman 133, Killebrew 123, Charlie Maxwell of the Red Sox 115. NL batting, we've got Joe Cunningham of the Cardinals at 349, taking the batting crown, over teammate Stan Musial 337. Then we had Smokey Burgess of the Cubs, Carl Furillo of the Dodgers, Ed Bailey of the Redlegs. Ed Bailey, 54 dingers. That is quite the shocker. Joe Adcock, his teammate, next with 46. Eddie Matthews, Hank Aaron, Wes Covington, rounding out the top 5 there. RBI leaders, Roy Campanella, Stan Musial, Hank Aaron, Eddie Matthews, Harry Anderson of the Phillies. Pitching leaders, we've got Camilo Pascual of the Senators, 370. Frank Sullivan of the Red Sox, 277. Brooks Lawrence of the Indians, 291. Early Wynn, Senators, 292. And Chuck Stobbs of the Red Sox, 303. Win lead, Brooks Lawrence with 15 for Cleveland, followed by Tom Brewer, Lou Burdette of the Yankees, Camilo Pascual, and Jim Perry of the Indians. Save leaders, Dick Hyde of the Washington Senators, 35, followed by Virgil Trucks, Bill R. Henry, Ryan Duran, Ray Narleski. NL pitching leaders, Vern Law of the Pirates, Johnny Padres, Ray Crone, Jack Meyer, and Bob Rush. Win lead, Larry Jackson, Cardinals, Ray Crone, Don Drysdale, Jack Meyer, Jack S. Sanford. Save lead, Don McMahon by 1 over Roy Face, Jerry Staley, Turk Lown, Don Elston. Top vote getters for MVP and Cy Young. AL MVP goes to Rocky Colavito, 401 votes over Bob Serve, Mickey Mantle, Jackie Jensen, Harmon Killebrew. AL Cy Young, Brooks Lawrence over Camilo Pascual, Hal Brown, Jim Perry, Tom Brewer. NL MVP, Hank Aaron, slight edge over Stan Musial, Duke Snider, Eddie Matthews, Roy Campanella, and NL Cy Young goes to Larry Jackson over Don Drysdale, Ray Crone, Jack Meyer, and Johnny Padres. Take a look at the special events for Season 2. All right, here we go. We've got, let's scroll down a little bit here. Let's see. Triple plays. 5 triple plays. Home runs. White of the Red Sox. Sammy White, I think. Oh, and Walt Dropo. 3 homers as well. Wow. Duke Snyder, Armin Killebrew, Rocky Colavito, Gus Bell, Roy Campanella, Wally Post, Frank Thomas, Frank J. Thomas, that is, Roy Campanella, Stan Lopata, Campanella again, Ed Bailey, and Ray Boone. All right. Orlando Cepeda, 6 hits in a game there. Couple guys with 6 runs scored. Mays, the only player to steal 3 bags in a game. 1, 2, 3, 4 hitting for the cycle there. And in the park homers, we've got 8 of them. And strikeouts, Juan Pizarro with 13 is the leader. And again, we would see no hitters here. We don't see any, so we will move on to season number 3. All right, well, we're two seasons in. We've got the Indians and Braves tied with 1 point apiece. So let's see who we get here. All right, season 3, we've got the Yankees, 100 victories. That is the top dog, so the Yankees get on the board with a point. 234 run differential, that's excellent. Indians with 127, not too bad. 10.5 back. Boston 17 back. And everybody else below 500. You can see the A's, who I think were 4th last time around, have dropped all the way into last place. So we've got Milwaukee in the National League, 1.5 games up on the Dodgers. The Redlegs, 4.5 back, and everybody else below 500 here. So the Cubs and the A's with 88 losses, tied for last in their respective leagues and divisions. Leagues. Anyway, American League batting leaders for season number 3. Homer Vallo again, 374. Bob Hale this time, runner-up, 357 for the Orioles. Harvey Keene, the Tigers, 355. His teammate Al Kaline, 338. And Teddy Ballgame, 336. Home run and RBI lead, Bob Serve of the Yankees, 53 and 160. Roy Sievers, next runner-up in both categories, 49 and 131. And third on both lists, Rocky Colavito, 45 round trippers, 127 ribbies. Bob Thurman, 42, and Killebrew, 41, rounds out the home run list. And Killebrew and Woody Held of the Yankees round out the RBI list. NL batting, Richie Ashburn, 391, just a few hits shy of the 400 mark. Stan Musial, 373. Ed Bailey of the Redlegs, 365. Joe Cunningham, 356er. And Hank Aaron, 333. Home runs, we have Campanella, 53. 1 better than Bailey, 2 better than Klaczewski. And then Banks and Covington also with 50 here. So a lot of home runs going on. Klaczewski, the Big Clue leading the way in RBIs with 157 over runner-up Wes Covington of the Braves, 139. And Stan Lopata of the Phillies, also 139. Campanella, 133. Wally Post of the Redlegs, 128. Pitching lead, ERA leaders, Bob Shaw of the Tigers, 1.9. Billy O'Dell of the Orioles, 234. Johnny Cucks of the Yankees, Carl Spooner, and he's a fill-in for the A's, and Early Wynn. Odell and Jim Perry tying for the league lead in victories with 17 apiece. Gary Bell, Johnny Cucks, Lou Burdett. Save leaders, we have Ellis Kinder, Ryan Duran, Bill Henry, Dick Hyde, Ray Narleski. NL pitching, got Tom Acker, the Giants, 247. Ray Crone of the Braves, 258. Johnny Padres of the Dodgers, 270. Al Worthington of the Cubs, 276. Roger Craig of the Dodgers, 299. Win lead, Murray Wall of the Braves with 15, followed by Vern Law, Jay Hook, Johnny Padres, and Raymore. Save lead, Jerry Staley, 41 for the Cardinals. Turk Lown, Roy Face, Don Elston, Ken Lehman, who is a fill-in for the Pirates, 23. Top vote getters, Bob Cerv claims the AL MVP award, 385 votes, over Rocky Colavito, Roy Sievers, Mickey Mantle, Harmon Killebrew. AL Cy Young goes to Billy O'Dell over Johnny Cucks, Gary Bell, Jim Perry, Lou Burdett. NL MVP, Ted Kluszewski, Beta Pinson, Wes Covington, Ed Bailey, Ernie Banks, and NL Cy Young, Jay Hook, Johnny Padres, Vern Law, George Zuverink, and Murray Wall. All right, that's the Season 3 overview. Let's go to our Season 3 special event report and take a look. So Indians, Braves, Yankees, each with 1 point. So should be interesting to see how this turns out after our 10 seasons are concluded. See if anybody can get to 4 points by that interval. Alrighty, scrolling. Triple plays, 7 of those. Wow, interesting. Only one player with a 3-homer game, Jim Delsing of the Cubs. After the last few seasons, that's quite the dramatic turn of events here. Unscored. Stolen bases again down. Aparicio 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players hitting for the cycle in the park. 10 inside the park homers. Hey, we've got a no-hitter. Let's check this out. Redlegs over the Dodgers. Charlie Rabe. 8 strikeouts and 3 walks for The Redlegs over the Brooklyn Dodgers. All right, Vada Pinson homered, knocked in the only 2 runs of the game. And for the Dodgers, 2 walks for Abrams and 1 for Amorose. And that's it. 9-inning no-hitter, 3 walks, 8 Ks, and improved his record to 5-1. So there you go. All right, there's our. I think that's our first no-hitter. Might be wrong. Okay, let's check season number 4. Okay, seasonal review. All right. Yankees 104 wins. So they've got 2 points now. They take the lead. 7 games better than Boston. Oh, look at the run differential there. Didn't notice that at first. 332. That's pretty incredible. And that would definitely explain their record. And look, now we have 2 100-loss teams here. Baltimore above 500. The Indians fared well, but just not no match for the Yankees in this particular season. And low win totals here. Brooklyn. Game and a half better than the Braves. Redlegs and Cardinals tied with 80 wins apiece. Pittsburgh 79 wins. Cubbies reach 500 mark. And the Giants finished dead last here. All right, season 4, what do we got? Batting leaders. There we go. Ted Williams taking the batting crown with 375. Bob Hale, again, runner-up though, 358 average. Gene Woodling, Mickey Mantle, and Harvey Keene. Woodling of the Indians. That might be his first appearance here. Home run and RBI lead, Mickey Mantle, 48 and 140. Rocky Colavito, runner-up in both, 45 and 125. There's Bob Thurman again, 39 jacks. Ted Williams, 38. Roy Sievers, 37. And then to finish up the RBI column, we've got Williams, Yogi Berra, Vic Power. So the Yankees, 3 of the top 5 in the RBI race. Bob Hazel for the Redlegs, 379 average. All right. Ed Bailey, 364. Hank Aaron, 339. Pretty sure Hazel had a very low number of plate appearances here, so he must have been an injury replacement. We haven't seen him up on this list yet, so just kind of curious. But obviously he qualified for the batting title here. But I don't think he was in their starting lineup to begin the season. Hank Aaron, Ted Kluszewski, Stan Musial, Ed Bailey, 63 round trippers and 156 ribbies. So congrats to Ed Bailey for that. Ernie Banks, 44, well behind Bailey there. Roy Campanella, Eddie Matthews, Dick Stewart, rounding out the top 5 there. And then Eddie Matthews, runner-up in the RBI race with 144. Roy Campanella, Ted Kluszewski, Frank Robinson making an appearance here at 116. Pitching leaders, Howie Reed, 209. Babe Beerer. Yeah, might be off on some of the pronunciations. I apologize. Jim Coates, fill in for the A's with a 270. Ned Garver, 275. Dick Marlowe of the Tigers, 295. Win leaders Gary Bell, 16 for the Indians. Hal Brown, Lou Burdett, Whitey Ford, Billy Odell. Save lead, Ryan Duran of the Orioles, 32. Ray Narleski, Bill Henry, Virgil Trucks, Ellis Kinder. NL pitching leaders, Ray Crone, 240 ERA, and also the win leader with 17. Vern Law, runner-up in ERA, 254. Bob Feller, actually a fill-in for the Pirates here. He didn't, I'm guessing he was just outside the being rostered on the Indians, so he wound up filling in for the Buccos. But anyway, Billy Lowe's and Marv Grissom. So after Crone, we've got Lowe's, Haddix, Jeffcoat, and Vernlaw. Save lead goes to Don McMahon of the Braves, 36, one better than Turk Lown. Then we have Jerry Staley, Marv Grissom, Jim Constanti. Top vote getters, Mickey Mantle, 415 votes, kind of the runaway AL MVP. Over Ted Williams, Vic Power, Rocky Colavito, and Yogi Berra. AL Cy Young, we've got Hal Brown and Tom Sturdivant tied for the Cy Young vote, followed by Gary Bell, Lou Burdett, Jim Coates. NL MVP, Ed Bailey, nearly 60 votes better than Hank Aaron. Eddie Matthews, Roy Campanella, Duke Snyder, and Ray Crone by 30 votes over Billy Lowe's, Vern Law, Murray Wall, Harvey Haddix. Okay. Season 4 special events. So what did we say? The Yankees have 2 points, the Braves and Indians have 1. Double plays, triple plays, 3 triple plays. Here we go. We're back on the home run binge again here. Jim Bax's fill in for the Orioles, 3 homers. Frank Robinson, Jim Lemon, Al Kaline, Hank Aaron, Gil McDougald. That's kind of a surprise. Gus Bell, Bob Hale, Smokey Burgess, Frank J. Thomas, Mickey Mantle, Ed Bailey. Hits in a game, Bobby Thompson and Hal Narragon, 6 hits in a game. Couple guys with 5 runs scored. Oh, only 2 cycles this time around. Inside the Parkers, we've got 5, 10, 11. Looks like 11. And we do have a no-hitter. We have a fill-in Spooner for the A's over the White Sox. All right, Carl Spooner, 1 walk, 7 Ks. On the A's beat up the Sox here. 18 hits. Nellie Fox with 3. Elmer Vallow with 3. Bob Thurman doing his thing. A homer. Nellie Fox homered. 3 hits for Bob Lillis. And there's your no-no. And the only walk was Jim Landis. There's Spooner's line. Improved to 3-0. All right. We're through 4 seasons here. Okay, so we should have season number 5 here. Let's take a look. Oh, Yankees, Red Sox, and Senators with 95 wins. Okay, hey, we have the Dodgers, 97. So the Dodgers get on the board here. Let's go back up to the American League. Yankees, 201. So the top 4 all had very good run differential here. That's very surprising here. It's a 3-way tie with 95 wins, and especially the Senators getting up here. So good for them. And the Indians with 88. Everybody else sub 500. And the White Sox 100 losses. Okay, in the National League, we've got the Dodgers, 15 games up on the Cardinals. Phillies, 17 back. Redlegs and Braves, barely above 500. And Pirates finished in last, so. All right. Oh, Ted Williams, 398. Probably 1 or 2 hits shy of the 400 mark there. I'd have to look at his average, his hits and at-bats to figure that out, but that's crazy. 398 average. And led the league with 50 homers. And third with 118 RBI. So Ted Williams, incredible season there. I would say probably a front runner for MVP, but we'll find that out in a second. Bob Hale, runner up, 343 average. Mickey Mantle, 332, followed by Charlie Maxwell and Harvey Keene. As we said, Williams leading the league in homers. Harmon Killebrew second with 45. Bob Thurman, Bob Serve, Vic Wertz. Charlie Maxwell, 132 RBI. Killebrew, Williams, Ted Lepsio, first time on the list, 116. And Bob Allison, 115 for the Senators. Might be his first time on the list as well. NL batting, we've got Stan Musial, 337, followed by Richie Ashburn, Eddie Matthews, Carl Furillo, and Ed Bailey. Home run leaders, Ted Kluszewski, 53, Eddie Matthews, 47, Ernie Banks, 44, Frank J. Thomas, 43, Joe Adcock, 42, and RBI lead goes to Ernie Banks, 131, over Eddie Matthews, Carl Furillo, Ted Kluszewski, Ed Bailey. AL pitching leaders, Jim Perry, Whitey Ford, both 242. Early Win, 251. Saul Rogovin and Ryan Duran. Hal Brown led the league, 16 victories, followed by Whitey Ford, Mike Fornellis, Ray Narleski, Early Win. Save lead, Dick Hyde, 40. Bill Henry, Ellis Kinder, Ray Narleski, and Virgil Trucks. NL pitching lead, Ray Crone, 268 ERA, followed by Bob Friend, Tom Acker, Art Fowler, and Don Newcomb. Jack Meyer leading the senior circuit with 18 victories, followed by Clem Labine, Orlando Pena, Al Worthington, and Ray Moore. Turk Lown, 35 saves. Don McMahon of the Braves next with 33. Don Elston, Jim Constanti, Marv Grissom. And top vote getters, AL MVP, Ted Williams, only by 6 over Mickey Mantle. Charlie Maxwell next. Al Kaline, Harmon Killebrew. AL Cy Young goes to Whitey Ford, followed by Hal Brown, Early Win, Mike Fornellis, Ray Narleski. NL MVP goes to a very tight race here. Ted Kluszewski by a single vote over Ernie Banks. Hank Aaron next. His teammate Eddie Matthews and Carl Furillo. NL Cy Young goes to Jack Meyer. Runner-up Clem Labine and Ray Moore. Orlando Pena, Don Drysdale. All right. That's the Season 5 overview. Let's see the special events. So we're halfway through the 1955 through 59 originals replay here. We've got the Yankees with 2 points, and let me pull up the list real quick so I get this right. Yankees with 2, Dodgers, Braves, and Indians with 1 point. So it's anybody's race right now. Triple plays, 6 triple plays, 3 homer games, or 3 homers or better. Dick Stewart, Ed Bucci, Mickey Vernon, Ted Kluszewski, Lee Walls, I think it is, Frank J. Thomas, Ted Williams, and Joe Adcock. 3 homers. Hits, Dick Grote, 6 hits, and Al Kaline. Skip past that. Scored. Don't really care. Stan Musial hit for the cycle. That's the only one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inside the Parkers. Strikeout events. A couple guys with 12. Nothing super high there. No hitters. So we will move on to season 6 here. Okay, got the Indians, 98. Yep, that's going to be the high here because the Dodgers at 87. So the Indians pull off the victory. They get to 2 points now. The Yankees with 97 wins, just a game and a half back. Boston with 89. All three of these teams 200 plus run differentials, so that's excellent. Senators, after scoring 95 wins last round, they fell back to fourth here with 75. And what do we got here? National League, Brooklyn, and the Phillies, dead heat. Got the Braves, the 83, 4.5 back. Redlegs and the Cardinals in the mix. And then a couple sub 500 teams here. All right, AL leaders, there we go. Ted Williams, 418 batting average. That's incredible. Tito Francona, 365 for the Orioles. Mickey Mantle, 339. Bob Hale, Al Kaline. Rocky Colavito leading the way with 49 jacks. Mickey Mantle next with 45. Ted Williams, Jackie Jensen, Ray Boone. A couple new faces on the list there. That's good to see. Rocky Colavito leading the way with 145 RBI. Mickey Mantle next. Ted Williams, Ray Boone, Charlie Maxwell. NL batting leaders, Joe Cunningham, 360. Dusty Rhodes of the Cubs, 335. Ed Bailey, 333. Wes Covington, Stan Musial. The big clue, Ted Kluszewski leading the league in homers and RBIs with 53 and 137. Ernie Banks, runner-up in homers with 49. We have Wes Covington, Wally Post, and Ed Bailey. Post, runner-up in RBI with 131, followed by Aaron, Covington, and Campanella. AL pitching leaders got Billy O'Dell, 235, Jim Perry, Ryan Duran, Fritz Dorisch, Camilo Pascal. Tom Sturdivant leading the American League with 19 victories, followed by Gary Bell, Lou Burdett, Dorisch, and Ford. Save lead goes to Ellis Kinder of the Yankees, 34, followed by Bill R. Henry, Virgil Trucks, Ray Narleski, Ryan Duran. NL pitching, Marv Grissom, 1.71 ERA. Herb Moford of the Cardinals, Jim Owens of the Phillies, Don Cardwell, and Don Newcomb. Ray Crone leading the way with 16 victories. Don Newcomb next with 15, followed by Alex Kellner, Johnny Clipstein, Clem Levine. Jerry Staley, 40 saves. Tops in the NL over Marv Grissom, Don Elston, Turk Lown, Don McMahon. Got the AL MVP going to Rocky Colavito by a single vote over Mickey Mantle. Ted Williams, even though he hit 418, again comes up short in the MVP race. Al Kaline, Ray Boone. Sturdivant, Tom Sturdivant gets the AL Cy Young over Gary Bell, Lou Burdett, Fritz Dorisch, and Whitey Ford. NL MVP goes to Ted Kluszewski over Wally Post, Hank Aaron, Ernie Banks, Duke Snider. And NL Cy Young goes to Newcomb over Ray Crone, Herb Milford, Don Cardwell, and Alex Kellner. All right, that's the Season 6 overview. And now let's check the special events report. All right, here we go. Let's scroll all the way down to triple plays here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triple plays. Home runs. Rocky Colavito, Roy Sievers, Willie Mays, Stan Lopata, Gus Bell, Smith, probably Al E. Smith, Ted Williams, Ted Kluszewski again, and again. 3 in a row there. 3 in 1 month. Pretty good. And Wes Covington. Hits in a game. Elmer Vallow, 6-hit game there. It's a name we haven't heard too much. Stolen base events. 3 guys with 3 steals. Moon, Power, and Aparicio. 3 cycles. 7 inside the park homers. Strikeout games. Koufax with 14. No hitters. John Jay throws a no hitter against the Dodgers. Jay for the Braves. Take a look at that box score. 6 strikeouts, 5 walks in 9 innings. No hits, a pretty good Dodger lineup there. 2 walks from Gilliam, 1 from Campanella, 1 from O'Connell, 1 from Fernandez. All right. And for the Braves, Joe Coppy with the home run, and Eddie Matthews. Padres took the loss. And Joey J improved to 10-6 with his no-hitter here. All right. Pretty good game there. Pretty good lineup they faced. All right, that does it for season number 6. Okay, what do we got for season 7 here? Let's see. We've got 90 wins for the Indians, 90 for the Yankees, 85 for the Dodgers. So just see how what we did for the points here. Yep, tied with 90 wins. So we've got the Indians and the Yankees tied, 2.5 points. Dodgers won, Braves won. So that would be 7. Yes, okay. So there you go. Indians technically uh, win the American League by a half game, but for the purposes of our scoring for the overall replay, they both had 90 wins, so they both get a half point. All right, Red Sox 2.5 back. Senators above 500, same as the Tigers. And then we got 3 sub 500 with the White Sox managing to lose 104 contests with a negative 274 run differential. So pretty awful there. National League, we've got the Dodgers by 1 game over the Cardinals. Pirates in 3rd. Braves, Redlegs, and Phillies all barely above 500. And then Cubs and the Giants below. All right, batting leaders, we've got Ted Williams, 378. Elmer Vallow, 369. Mickey Mantle, 360. Bob Hale, and Harvey Keene. Home run lead, Rocky Colavito, 45. Roy Sievers of the Orioles, runner-up at 43. Charlie Maxwell of the Red Sox, 42. Mantle, only 38. And Bob Allison, 32. Charlie Maxwell tops the RBI leaderboard with 123. 3 better than Colavito. Hector Lopez making an appearance here, 112 RBIs for the Kansas City A's. Roy Sievers and Mickey Mantle there. NL batting leaders, we've got Stan the Man Musial, 371, taking the batting title. Wes Covington of the Braves, second at 345. Joe Cunningham, Eddie Matthews, Hank Aaron. Ernie Banks, 50 bombs, 2 better than Eddie Matthews. There's Ed Bailey again. Stan Musial, Wes Covington. Musial, 140 RBI. Matthews, Covington, Aaron, and the Duke Snyder, 119. AL pitching leaders, early win, 164. Frank Sullivan of the Red Sox, second with a 1.84. Billy Pierce, Bob Shaw, and Herb Score making an appearance here with a 2.68 ERA. 4 pitchers tied with 14 victories, leading the American League. Hal Brown of the Red Sox, Lou Burdett of the Yankees, Bob Levin, Indians, Herb Score, Indians, and then Jim Bunning with 13. AL save leaders, Ray Narleski, Bill Henry, Dick Hyde, Virgil Trucks, and Ryan Duran. NL pitching leaders, Johnny Padres, 2.67 ERA for the Dodgers. Bob Friend of the Pirates, runner-up 2.85. Then we got Vern Law, Ray Crone, Dick Littlefield, a fill-in for the Pirates. Ray Crone with 18 wins. Padres, Robin Roberts, Ernie Brolio, and Don Drysdale. Save lead, 39 for Roy Face. Turk Lown, 38. Jerry Staley, Marv Grissom, Jim Constanti. Top vote getters, Mickey Mantle, over Rocky Colavito, Charlie Maxwell, Ted Williams, Roy Sievers. AL Cy Young, Herb Score, Hal Brown, Bob Lemon, Lou Burdett, Jim Bunning. Eddie Matthews over Stan Musial by a single vote in the NL MVP race, followed by Duke Snider, Hank Aaron, Ernie Banks. And NL Cy Young, Ray Crone, well ahead of Padres, Roberts, Brolio, and Friend. All right, let's take a look at our special events. Okay, here we go. We've got 7 triple plays. Pretty good number of guys with 3 homer games. Frank Malzone, Roy Sievers, Gus Bell, Sievers again, Roy Campanella, Gus Bell, Walt Morin, Jim Baxes, Duke Snider, Rocky Colavito, and Anderson. Let's just click into it because the name is escaping me here. Which Anderson is it? It is Harry Anderson. Okay. Hits in a game. Stewart gets 8 hits. Game lasted 18 innings, but still, wow, that's incredible. All right. Francona, Covington, Kaline, and Fox with 6 hits each. Cycle, 1 cycle. 3 in the park homers. No hitters, so we move on to season number 8. Alrighty. All right, let's see if somebody can pull ahead here because we've only got 3 seasons to go in our standard 10-year format. Obviously, we can go extra innings if necessary. Indians pull ahead. They are up 3.5 series to 2.5 for the Yankees. The Indians by 2.5 over the Yankees here. Excellent run differential for both clubs. We've got the Red Sox distant third, and everyone else below 500. White Sox 100-loss season again. National League got the Dodgers again, 232 run diff, nice. 3.5 better than the Braves. Redlegs third, 90 victories. Cardinals had an excellent year. And everybody else below 500. The Cubbies, 99 losses. All right. Batting leaders, American League, Elmer Vallow with the batting title, 383. Gene Woodling's second for the Indians, distant second at 341. Mickey Mantle, Al Kaline, Harvey Keene. Home run lead goes to Bob Serve of the Yankees, also the RBI lead, so 50 and 138. Roy Seaver's next with 45 dingers. Vic Wertz, Bob Thurman, Charlie Maxwell. RBI lead, Bob Serve, Bob Thurman, Charlie Maxwell, Ray Boone, Vic Wertz. NL batting. Batting average, batting crown goes to Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid, 354. Ed Bailey, 351. Hank Aaron, Richie Ashburn, and Stan Musial. NL batting home run lead goes to Ted the Big Clue Kluszewski with 50. Hank Aaron next with 48, tied with Roy Campanella. And we had Ed Bailey and Wally Post. Hank Aaron, easily the runaway RBI leader with 151. Kluszewski next with 130. Campanella, Wally Post, Eddie Matthews. All right, pitching. We've got a fill-in leading the league with a 2.39 ERA. It's Carl Spooner of the A's, followed by Frank Sullivan. He's been up there several times. Jack Fisher of the Orioles. Jim Perry, Lou Burdett. Gary Bell and Tommy Byrne pacing the junior circuit with 15 victories, followed by Burdett, Perry, and Spooner. Save lead goes to Bill R. Henry of the Red Sox, followed by Ellis Kinder, Virgil Trucks, Ryan Duran, and Dick Hyde. NL pitching leaders. We've got Don Newcomb, 1.88 ERA, also the win leader with 16. For Brooklyn there, his Brooklyn teammates finished second and third in ERA. That's Johnny Padres and Clem Labine. Johnny Antonelli next on the Braves, 306. Stu Miller of the Cardinals, 308. So after Newcomb, we had Antonelli, Ray Moore, Warren Spahn, Jack S. Sanford. Save leader, Jim Constanti of the Redlegs, Jerry Staley, Turk Lown, Roy Face, Don Elston. MVP, Bob Serve, over Mantle, Al E. Smith, Vic Wertz, Roy Sievers, Gary Bell, and Carl Spooner tie for the Cy Young over Tommy Byrne, Lou Burdett, and Jim Perry. NL MVP, Hank Aaron, well ahead of Duke Snider, Ted Kluszewski, Roy Campanella, and Wally Post. NL Cy Young, Don Newcomb, Ray Moore, Johnny Antonelli, Warren Spahn, Stu Miller. Righty, go here. Special. Okay, scroll down a bit. It looks like 9 triple plays, 3 homer games. Roy Sievers, Roy Campanella, Ted Williams, Eddie Matthews with a 4 homer game. Willie Kirkland, Ted Kluszewski, Gene Freeze, Woody Held, Del Ennis. Let's take a look at the Matthews game here. 4 blast in a 17-2 victory over the Dodgers. Matthews was 6 for 6 with a double, 4 homers, and 7 RBIs. And that looks like a pretty sweet box score there. Here's his 4 dingers, bringing him up to 16 on the year. And scorecard, we had a first inning homer, third inning homer, double, homer, homer, single. He had a chance for 5 there. Got the single. That's a pretty incredible game. 6 hits in a game. Dick Grote, Eddie Matthews, obviously we just saw that, and Del Crandall. Okay. Ada Pinson, 3 steals in a game. It's quite rare in this era. Cycle, Wes Covington, in the park homer, Ashburn, Grote. No hitters. So let's see here. All right, move on to season number 9. All right, getting down to the wire here, season number 9. Indians with 3.5 points, Yankees with 2.5. Okay, season 9, Yankees 97. No. So the Yankees pull even. 3.5 points for the Yankees and the Indians. And we've got the Braves and the Dodgers with 1. It's basically a 2-team race down to the wire here. They need 4 points to win it, so we'll have to see what happens in season 10. But first, let's take a look at the season 9 standings. We've got the Yankees with 97, 255 run differential, tops in either league. Boston, second with 93 wins. Indians, 84. Everybody else below 500. White Sox, again, 100 loss season, negative 223 run differential. That is the American League side. And on the National League side, we've got the Dodgers with 92 wins again. Braves second place, 6.5 back. Red Legs third. Cardinals fourth. Phillies 500. 3 teams below 500. And the Cubbies do pull off the 100-loss season there with the worst run differential in this particular season at negative 279. American League batting leaders. Ted Williams, 402. Sweet. Elmer Vallow, 373. Strong runner-up finish there. Bob Hale, 357. Al Kaline, 351. Charlie Maxwell, 349. So lots of offense here. Bob Serve leading the way in the power departments, 56 long balls and 152 ribeye steaks. Got Bob Thurman next with 46 as a quote unquote fill in for the KCAs. Rocky Colavito on the board with 43 blasts. Harmon Killebrew and Charlie Maxwell rounding out the top five. After serve with his 152 RBIs comes Charlie Maxwell with 119, Colavito, Ray Boone, and Mickey Mantle. NL batting, Richie Ashburn takes the batting crown with a 360 average. Runner-up, Red Schoendienst for the Cardinals, 349, Wes Covington, Willie Mays, and Hank Aaron. Ed Bailey topping the home run leaderboard again, along with Roy Campanella, 51 apiece, a couple of catchers. Joe Adcock, 44, Willie Banks, and Duke Snider with the same. Campanella takes the RBI crown by one over his teammate Carl Furillo. And Duke Snider, another Brooklyn teammate, third with 126. Hank Aaron and Shane Dinst with 122, kind of a surprise there. AL pitching leaders, Frank Sullivan. He's been runner-up several times here. He pulls off the ERA crown, 1.75. Don Mossy, 2.22 for the Indians. Next, Tom Brewer, Jim Perry, Billy Odell. Tom Brewer leading the way with 22 victories for Boston. Mike Fornellis, Frank Sullivan, Babe Beerer, and Jim Coates. Save lead, Bill Henry, Red Sox, 35, followed by Ryan Duran, Dick Hyde, Ellis Kinder, Virgil Trucks. NL pitching lead, Ray Crone, 2.97. Everybody else above a 3. Stu Miller, Jack Harshman, Johnny Antonelli, Clem Labine. Win lead, Johnny Klipstein with 17. Vern Law, Stu Miller, Orlando Pena, Ed Roebuck. Don McMahon, save lead, 34, followed by Roy Face, Marv Grissom, Jerry Staley, and Don Elston. Top vote getters, AL MVP Bob Serve over Mickey Mantle by 20 votes. Rocky Colavito next. Ted Williams and his 402 average finish fourth. So still got the some of the media not on Teddy Ballgame's side here. And Charlie Maxwell fifth. Tom Brewer cruises to the AL Cy Young with 300 votes, more than 100 better than teammate Frank Sullivan. Mike Fornellis third, Jim Coates, Babe Beerer, rounding out the top five there. NL MVP goes to Hank Aaron, followed by Duke Snider, Roy Campanella, Carl Furillo, and Stan Musial. NL Cy Young, 205, Johnny Klipstein. Ed Roebuck next with 160. Roger Craig, Stu Miller, Vern Law. All right, Season 9, special events. Alrighty, let's see, scrolling down. 5 triple plays, 3 homer games, Roy Campanella, Bob Thurman, Joe Adcock, 4 homer game, we'll take a look at that. Stan Lopata, is it Ray Cat? Duke Snyder, Gene Freeze, Bob Serve. Let's look at this one. 4-5, 4 homers, 8 RBI. Box score. There it is. Got his average up to 299 with that game as well. And the scorecard. Homer, 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 homer. Round out. Okay. We had a shot at 5 there. Willie Tasby, Bill Tuttle, Jim Landis, 6 hits apiece. Orlando Cepeda steals 3 bags. Okay. Cycles, 4 of them. In the Park homer, 4. Strikeout games, Koufax with 13. And no hitters. All right, we advance to season 10. See if we can declare a winner or if somebody else can pull off a victory here. Make us extend this replay further beyond the 10 season limit. Let's see, season number 10. Season overview. All right, let's see, what do we got here? Cleveland 103, Yankees 102, Cardinals 88, Indians by the smallest of margins pulls off the victory, so they go to 4.5 points. They are declared the winners for the 1955 through 59 Hardball Retro Original Replay. The Yankees come up just a bit short with 102. Both clubs definitely proficient on offense there with the and pitching because they have the top run differential. We got Boston above 500, well above 500 in third. Everybody else sub 500, but look at the White Sox actually pulling up to fifth, nearly fourth place there. The Senators dropping into the basement. Over in the NL, Cardinals, 88 wins, 1 game better than Brooklyn. Phillies next, Braves above 500, and then 4 clubs below 500. Giants and Red Legs tied for last. All right, here we go. League leaders, Ted Williams, 379. Tito Francona, just short with a 376. Bob Hale, Al Kaline, and Dave Philly. Dave Philly plays for the White Sox. All right, Mickey Mantle, 43 and 116, leading the home run and RBI columns for the American League in Season 10. His teammate, runner-up in both categories, Bob Serve with 37 and 114. And then on the home run side, we have Killebrew, Colavito, and Ted Williams. And RBIs 3 through 5, we've got Kaline, Boone, and Wirtz. NL batting, we've got Bob Skinner over Joe Cunningham. Skinner with the batting crown. Willie Mays next, 332. Hank Aaron, Ed Bailey. Home runs, Ernie Banks, 55 round trippers, well ahead of Kluszewski at 41. Ed Bailey, Roy Campanella, Wally Post. We have Ted Kluszewski, 131. Ernie Banks, 128. Roy Campanella, Hank Aaron, and Stan Lopata. AL pitching, we've got Bill White of the Yankees, 2.27 ERA, taking the ERA title, season 10, over Jim Perry, Billy Odell, Jack Urban, and Jerry Walker. Win lead goes to Brooks Lawrence of the Indians with 17, followed by teammate Jim Perry. Hal Brown third with 14 victories. Then we have Lou Burdett and Jack Urban. Save lead, Bill Henry over Ellis Kinder, Ray Narleski, Ryan Duran, and Dick Hyde. NL pitching, Nuke, Don Newcomb, 2.2. Joey J next with a 231 for the Braves. Paul Guile, Giants, Billy Lowe's, and Roger Craig. Win lead, Ray Crone, Ray Moore, 16 apiece. Al Worthington, Johnny Clipstein, and Hal Jeffcoat. Save lead is Jerry Staley with 41 for the Cardinals over Don Elston of the Cubs, Marv Grissom, Turk Lown, and Don McMahon. Okay, leading vote getters for season number 10. Mickey Mantle takes the AL MVP with 344 votes, followed by Serve, Kaline, Boone, and Doby. AL Cy Young goes by a 5-point margin to Jim Perry over Brooks Lawrence, Lou Burdett, Jack Urban, Hal Brown. NL MVP, Hank Aaron over Ernie Banks, Ted Kluszewski, Roy Campanella, Wally Post. And NL Cy Young, Ray Moore, Don Newcomb, Ray Crone, Al Worthington, John Clipstein. All right, let's take a look at our special events here. Alrighty. And after special events, we'll take a quick look at the encyclopedia reports for overall numbers. Right. Triple plays, we've got 9 of those. We've got Ed Bailey with a 4-homer game, Roy Sievers, Harmon Killebrew, Lou Skizas, and Roy Campanella with 3-homer games. Let's take a quick gander at Bailey's game here. 4 for 6, 4 homers, and 13 RBI. Yikes. 23-7. There he is, batting in the 2-hole, hitting 333. He is just on fire here. And Bailey, homer. Oh, hello. Line out. Homer. Grand slam. Pop up to the shortstop. And we had homer, homer, homer. Sweet. Alrighty, run scored. Errors, cycles. We got 1 cycle. We got 5 in the park homers. And we have 2 no-hitters. It took a while. We were pretty light on no-hitters this round. Let's look at here. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Bob Anderson for the Cubbies, defeating the Dodgers. And that's a pretty stacked lineup for Brooklyn. Looks like Williams was an injury replacement, probably for Snyder here. But otherwise, that lineup is still pretty stacked. Cubbies, Jackson homer, Randy Jackson, Jim Delsing homer. Drysdale took the loss. Anderson, 9 no-hit innings. Bob Anderson, all right. And Darrington of the White Sox no hits the Red Sox. Let's see here. Summary again. Jim Darrington, 5 Ks, 8 walks. Yeesh. All right. Sammy White, 3 walks. Pee Wee Reese twice, but no hits. Not a great lineup. Ted Williams, pinch hit. Wonder what happened there. Okay. Let's see. Callison, Red Wilson with 3 hits. Darrington, 8 walks, 5 Ks, but no hits allowed. All right, well, that concludes that portion. Now let's go to encyclopedia reports, and we'll look at franchise standings. So overall, the Yankees bested the Indians in winning percentage, but the Indians won 4.5 seasons as opposed to the Yankees 3.5. So the Indians take it. And the top team in the NL was the Brooklyn Dodgers. But winning percentage-wise, you can see below the other 2 teams there. And we'll look at career batting and pitching. I think I've got to tweak the numbers here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. All right, well, no surprise there. Ted Williams, 381. Tito Francona, 362. Vallo, Hale, and Musial. On base. Wow. Ted Williams, Mickey Mantle. Slug, Williams, Bailey, Mantle, Musial, Aaron. OPS, obviously, Ted Williams, Mickey Mantle. I'm not concerned with those. Home runs. Oh, Bailey, actually, the most homers. Interesting. Again, with the 10 season rule, you just divide these by 10, you get 47 per year, right? Campanella, 43. Matthews, basically 39. Runs scored, Mantle, so that would be 131 runs per year. RBIs, Kluszewski. Stolen bases, Nellie Fox. But again, steals way down as to be expected in that era. Hits, Aaron, 218 hits per year, 219 maybe. Depending on how you like to round. Dick Stewart, strikeouts, doubles, Aaron, triples, Vic Power, walks, Mantle, 175 walks per season. Eddie Yost, the walking man, next with 143. Williams third. I think we'll probably stop there. Yep. And let's look at career pitching leaders. Frank Sullivan, Marv Grissom, Tom Acker, Early Win, Jim Perry. This is based on, again, 100 innings per year. Let's see here. Wins, Crone, Bell, Perry. Complete games, Perky. Saves, Bill Henry. Strikeouts, Jack Meyer. Carl Spooner, Ryan Duran. Home runs allowed, and so forth. So you can get pretty in depth with your reports here. That is going to wrap it up for us. Hope you enjoyed the 1955 through 59 Hardball Retro Originals season replay. Keep your eye out. I'm going to keep cranking through the half decades here. So hopefully we'll have some more of these posted for you shortly, along with the World Series games. So until then, take care, keep playing ball, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.